Do you find as a trainer though that you get more joy out of prevention, or so for example, if someone goes and reaches that goal of climbing that mountain,
Yeah.
and you get that woohoo moment,
Yeah.
right? Does that do more for you than actually seeing someone be able to tie their laces?
No, tie the laces. Do you
yeah.
know what's so funny? The people that I get are like the broken people, the people that have got knee replacements, hip replacements, scoliosis, missing ribs, slip discs. That's the type of people I work with.
Yeah.
And then the group, and their posture's down or that, and they've excelled.
Just checking the time.
And you know, it's no. I think I usually get people that have neglected themselves, not necessarily by nutrition or exercise, because they've cared for someone else, or they've cared their children. They put themselves last, as everyone does. You know, right, we need to sort that out. You haven't put you're not going to go to the gym because they're doing their sports thing, or you've
or like
kind of neglected your
educated.
body by caring for others.
Yeah.
And I think the women I'm training is regaining for having their time for self-care. And sometimes that means they might have had some knee replacements or back pain, but prolonging the health of getting them more mobile, getting them aesthetically stronger so they're able to carry out everyday tasks easier, and to know, all right, oh God, I just had to do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can, that's the thing. And,
Yeah.
you know, I've got a woman I train online, and she's got 2 knee replacements, and we do 30 minutes of stretch every Sunday, and seeing her mobility from moving from the leg position to moving it further back, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And it's as simple things as that. One of the persons, I'm tying my shoelaces, and you know, it's just, that's my buzz. It's my buzz is when that my client sees, they believe in themselves, they know what's happening. When they come to me, because I see it, I can see, but they'll not see it.
Yeah.
When they come to me and go, oh my God, guess what I've done the day, or guess I'm in these jeans now, or it's just like, yes, that's what, when I go, that's
Absolutely.
my I love what I do moment. I
Yeah.
love my job. Not from that, it's them coming to me going and seeing the benefits and seeing, and their mindset changing, their resilience changing, their positive outlook changing, their can-do attitude. It's more than just you train, it's everything. And then their husbands are like, my God, she's dancing when she comes home. What you doing? You know, I'm joking out. Do you know what I mean? But it's just as mad as it is. It's the simple things that I think that community element brings in. And I think I wasn't out for that community, but it just came. Same as the C-dips I put on. People come from Leeds, Bishop Auckland. They've never known anyone. None of us really knew each other. And everyone's come as part of a community. And that's what makes us a buzz for that kind of thing. And we'll go for food and everything, and it totally,
that's so good for security as well, like knowing that you've built that community, like saying that people come with you from gym to gym. That's like a huge part of when you know that you've made being in the fitness industry into a career, when you can see that community that you've built and see those people who are personally invested in you, and you know, they're achieving the things that they want to achieve. They're advocates for your brand, telling other people about it, telling their friends about it. Obviously, you know, the good thing about what you've chose to do is that it's, you know, reasonably niche in what you're doing, but also every year there's a new market. Do you know what I mean? Every year there's a new wave of people who get the menopause.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they'll straight away be looking for, you know, answers. And you having built that community already surrounding it is like, you know, it's a good thing. And it's like, you know, that when people think about wanting to come to somebody who's going to help them with it, that you've got all of this evidence built up, all of these people who you've helped. And, you know, it's little things like being able to, you know, be stretch better, get back in those jeans, do something they didn't expect they were going to do, take control back. Like, you know, they're fairly difficult things to put down on paper. They're not always the most tangible things. Like taking back control isn't, you know, it's not a very like tangible goal. It's hard to map that with
I took back control today. Today was the day.
It's hard to map that as a smart goal, but it's like, it's things that you can, you know, that if you can help people do those things that they can't quite put down on paper, then you can build a community. And like,
And I thrive off them. I learn so much from them, and I think that's what's important. You learn every day, so that's from years of experience of knowing what works or how you coach a certain type of person. They're all different. I could be like, right, Joe, you need to do this. Right, Paula, you need to do this. They're in the same class, they're doing completely different things.
Because you've seen it all before.
Yeah, you know, and I think that's where experience comes in, but that's where it's important that you have trust on both sides. You know, you're so open to each other to go, well, actually, I'm doing this, or this doesn't feel right. All right, well, let's try this. And I learn off them.
You know, this is probably I've never, like Joe was saying before, it's not a part of the market that is often, obviously people do train women who've went through the menopause, but it's not specifically. They're not specifically going after that target market. They're not specifically trying to help them with a certain period of their life. Is it something that you think you might want to expand and, you know, take on a team of people who are all, you know, following your principles and expand it further than just the area?
Definitely, because, well, when you look at it, if you think if someone's got as much passion and drive and want to help, why wouldn't you want to pass that on? You know, it's like with your kids, you know, you pass certain things on. You want them, you know, with Mike laughed at it. They were kicking off about, what is it? Green, I can't even think the word, pea pods. I put a box, that's what I used to grow up. My dad used to bring a bag of pea pods in, and you laugh and think, God, how deprived was I? But you weren't, but that was that was pea pods. My mum used to make Sunday dinner, give me and my brother a carrot. Do you know what I mean? A munch on. But a lot of things have changed then, but I'm bringing the roots of that kind of, you know, putting the fruit so they could see it, the ball, then they're going up and having a handful of pea pods, like, But it's the education that, you know, that they can pass on. And I think that's the same as if you bring other PTs in. Definitely. Because, you know, this is something that's going to go on for a long time. It's not like...
it's
and I'm going to go through it. I want to know what I need to do. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you want to
have someone trained up, ready to...
These people are inspirational. You know, I see 70-year-old women doing press-ups on the knees, and I'm like, you're my inspiration. I want to be doing that when, you know, I'm your age. And I think this is the thing. It's they inspire me. Yeah. They're proof that age, you know, it's a number, but it shouldn't define you. You can.
Because it's all well and good when you see the influencers who, you know, they're posting their get ready with me, and then they're going to the gym, and, you know, they've got fuck all on. All they do is go to the gym for 2 hours per day. Do you know what I mean? And they'll talk about, like, gotta eat this and gotta eat that, and they're making like a 3-hour acai bowl, like, and it's do you know what I mean? And it's people obviously buy into it and stuff like that, and then be disappointed when they can't do it. Yeah. And it's like, but then, you know, going from a more realistic standpoint and just going, well, how about, you know, building that training around, you know, people who've potentially got kids, or...
But it's juggling. I say to my clients, right, you've got, think of 5 important things you're not really mean yet. So it's like, you know, family, friends, your business, your care, your self-care, I don't know, you could be your husband, right? You can't put all of them in the green. You can't have, it's green and red, right? You can't have them all in the green, you'll burn the candle at both ends. So what I say to my clients is going, right, you've been socialising for a while.
Listen, forget your husband, right?
Yeah, sack that off.
They come last on the list,
listen. What's
He's already in the bin, right?
What's
the next is piss him off.
Yeah. But you look what's in the red and go, right, I'm working on my business so much, but my kids have, you know, they want the mom, you know? Right, we're going to go out, we're going to do this. I top them in the green. You know, business, kids in the green. Right, I haven't been on a date night for my husband. Yeah. Or whatever, you know, I've been socialising with my mates for a bit. Yeah. I need to top him up. So you can't do it all green, but if you think of the things that are important, you've got different hats on, haven't you?
Yeah,
you know, and you can't you can't do it all. You've got to pick and go, right, what's really in the red now? I need to top that up a bit. And then that's what life's like. Life's like that.
Yeah,
it's like
absolutely.
When you lose body fat, it should not go, boo. It's like, and that's the way life is. It's a gradual decline, but it's up and down, right? People think,
so the goal really is to keep everything in almost amber, so that it's not. I
suppose, because you never get
if something's dropping into the red, then you push that as hard as getting it back to the green.
That'll come down
because you've done that with the rest of them. They're all floating along at amber.
Yeah. So that's what I think juggling life is like, and I think if you cut one thing off and focus on the other, that thing's going to suffer. A bit like if you haven't exercised, if you haven't think you're doing nutrition because you'll be doing all of this to keep it in the green, your health's suffering. You need to change.
I've seen a lot of things recently where like there was a woman on the telly, and I don't know what TV program she was on, but I saw like a woman narrating what she was saying, and it was basically talking about how like as a woman you can't do everything. They were like, you know, you can't be a completely present mother and like build a thriving business and do this and do that, and people were like jumping on and slating her. And they were like, yeah, imagine like little girls watching this and stuff. And then I've watched other podcasts where it was like, no, you really can't. You've got to, there has to be compromise. And it's like, if you want to spend X amount of time with your kids, you can't, if you want to spend, you know, X amount of time with your kids, you can't also put in 15 hours a day to a business.
Absolutely.
And like, this woman was getting absolutely slammed because the woman who was on there was going like, well, I've got a business and my kids only go to nursery 3 days a week. And it was like, well, you're literally missing what she just said. She said you can't do it all. Like, take your kids out of nursery.
The point is, you want more time with the kids, but you've just said they're in nursery. She's not saying this is a limitation and women are crap. No. She's saying you don't have to be a superwoman. It's not even just women though. Like I think the people being unrealistic with what they can do does have a negative effect. Like I always say, as we've just said, it's interchangeable with what you're going to be putting your time into. Like, but if you reach for outstanding in everything that you're putting time into, then excellence becomes mediocre. So like if you're like, right, I'm going to go hard on my business for the next few months, then that excels and your mediocre levels then go up with that. Okay, now I'm going to spend more time with and everything becomes excellent because that's your mediocre now.